Vlog 440, 440, that's 440 consecutive days, more or less. I've taken a few days that have skipped, just kind of got in the way, but that doesn't mean I haven't created episodes for that day. They just didn't get uploaded that day. But that doesn't matter. Today I am headed over to the Automobile Driving Museum because they are having a spectacular, amazing, extraordinary JDM event. Japanese drift machines, that's what I call them. That's not really what JDM stands for, but it doesn't really matter because the cars are going to be incredible. I just hope there's tons of them. Hold on a second. Going underground. And I'm back. Today, it's not just about this event at the Automobile Driving Museum. I'm going to be going to another event. I was going to try and go to 3 events, but I decided that 2 was enough because the third one, which is the Old Car Expo, not that exciting. Hasn't been that great for the last few years. So we're going to concentrate on this one. Then later on, we're going to go to Galpin Motorsports and we're going to celebrate Gene Winfield. And that's going to be cool. Automobile Driving Museum. The boys are already here. They're eating cookies. Shame on them. For shame. Ken, Wes, world's best cookie.
World's best. I haven't even taken a bite. We'll see.
Go.
Warm and world's best cookie.
I can't even speak. This is. I don't even want to.
Bristol Farms, baby.
Wow.
The cookie right there.
We're at the Automobile Driving Museum for Shift and Drift, or as you have called it on your vlog, JDM at the ADM.
Ooh.
Ridiculously cool machines. Really ridiculously cool. We're at the ADM for this JDM show. This is Brett Stiebel, and you have a rather docile Mazda.
A little button.
Simple Mazda with a few minor mods. Give me an idea. Number one, what model is this?
It's a 74 Mazda RX-3.
And it looks like you've goofed around with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Did it look like this at all when you got it?
No. It was all primered and stock body.
What's it putting out now?
It's 421 to the wheels without the sub-IP ports. Those are going to be tuned, hooked up and tuned next week. It'll do 475. 0 pounds of boost.
0 pounds?
When I need milk really quickly.
Yeah.
I use this one, or
as a milk runner.
milk runner.
Yeah, that makes
and,
sense.
Road courses.
Road courses. Okay, nice. It's a daily driver for milk.
If I have gas money, yeah.
Okay. Is there a website or any place that people can go see more of this car?
ChasingJays.com and DNA Garage.
Okay. You got a Twitter or Instagram or anything like that?
DNA Garage 1.
Okay. Nice. All right. Good job. This is Johnny. We're still at the ADM enjoying these amazing cars, and you have this bright yellow Z behind us that I've been told is a rather historical vehicle.
It is.
That's all I know. What can you tell me about this car?
It's a 1972 240Z, and it belonged to Mr. K, Mr. Katayama, that started Nissan USA selling Datsun pickup trucks walking the streets in LA. He wanted an automatic because he was driving so much in LA. So when the automatics were released on the 240s, then he chose the first automatic that was released at DAS in San Pedro. We brought it in and he did not like the yellow, so we repainted it another yellow, which is a 72 Chevy Nova with red pearl. And he also put the G-nose on it. He and Pininfarina designed this car, and he wanted to import it with the G-nose, but we couldn't do that because of the bumper standards.
Wow, you know a lot about this car.
Yeah, a little bit.
How did you end up with it?
Well, I ended up in, I went to work for him in 1963, and in 1977 he retired and went back to Japan, and I got the car.
Good for you.
So
Score.
My daily driver until 1992. I got another Z, and then my son took it over.
Okay.
We still my car, but he takes care of it.
And here it is now. This is Brian. We're at the ADM, still looking at cool cars, but you are a cool car maker.
Car designer, yeah.
The car that you brought in today for this show, you're also judging the show.
I am. So this one can't get an award.
Yeah. It's a bummer. But what do you have here today?
So I brought a 1987 Nissan Pulsar NX.
Why?
The Pulsar was the car that made me want to style for Nissan. I ended up designing for Nissan for about a decade. This car was designed by Doug Wilson, who ended up being my manager.
Right.
So I was, I went from being a fan to working with him, and I've just always been a real big fan of this car.
Right. So this is important. What's the key for you?
Well, I don't think. I was raised very poor. There weren't very many options. I knew I wanted to be a car designer of all different kinds of cars.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, I basically had to drop out of college. I was at Arizona State, moved to France, got into a camping trailer, lived there, went to every car studio in Europe until I found my way to Fiat, and the design director told me how to become a car designer.
Nice.
I did what he said.
Good job. Good job.
Got to design at Peugeot Citroën. then Nissan.
And what did you have a hand in Nissan?
So I started there in 2000. The first thing I did was Titan, Pathfinder, Armada interior.
Okay.
And then a whole host of concept cars and production cars, you know, here and there. And then the last thing I did before I left was the NV 2500 cargo van exterior, which I'm actually most proud of. I love that thing. It was one of those projects nobody wanted to work on, but I love service vehicles. Sure. So I was like, I'll do it.
How long do you have this?
This car I've only had for 2 months. I found it in an estate. It was on its way to a wrecking yard. I offered the estate, you know, the sister of the deceased, $300 for it, and I just said I will restore it. And so
that's a deal.
Yeah, and you know, just having the background and friends still at Nissan, I was able to get a lot of new old stock parts for it. So it's really come a long way.
That's fantastic. All right, is there anywhere that people can go online to see some of your work?
Yeah, it's just my name, BrianThompsonDesign.com.
Okay. Fantastic. Awesome. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Okay. Japanese cars, some amazing examples, so many different kinds there. You know, there's so many memories in those cars too. I grew up with a bunch of those different kinds of things. The things that people are doing with those cars nowadays, sweet, they're incredible pieces of art. Great job, everybody. All right, I'm headed back to Malibu, gonna take a little bit of time, get myself situated, and then I'm back out again. Gonna head over to Galpin Motorsports, big event tonight. Lots of cool people gonna be there. Can't wait!